hiking that up here is going to be.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a pain.
It's just a little downhill slope there.
If we have to, yeah. But they would rather deal with it up here, and I don't blame them. So as much as we can get up here would be great. Okay. So, hi. Well,
Here.
yeah, Roger. Thanks for coming. The first thing I want to do is to take the area where we were last week and basically fill in the divots.
Okay.
So where we
smooth it out.
Just smooth it out. There's rakes there. Grab a rake and just basically smooth out the soil, so that when we lay down mulch, it's all even. Because once we lay down the mulch, we're not going to be. We're not going to know what's underneath.
What's your goal today?
Our goal today is to remove all of the fountain grass that's on this property and apply mulch to keep the weeds down and cool and moisten and nourish the soil. We will be planting the local native plant next Saturday, March 23rd, again 9 to noon, and we will probably be planting just in the main part of the garden. We've kind of got 3 sections here. One section is in front by the entrance sign. The other section is here by the 3 oak trees where we're standing right now, and that's going to be kind of an interpretive garden with a little path in the middle and several signs that describe kind of the motivation for the garden. What's unique about California and California plants, and why invasive exotics are not good, and why our local natives are a really good thing.
And why is fountain grass not a good thing?
Fountain grass is not a good thing. It is because it basically does not participate in the ecosystem. The local insects don't know how to deal with it. Local birds don't have any use for it. It's basically just takes up space, takes up resources, and doesn't give anything in return. The local, over 90% of insect species worldwide depend on plants native to their bioregion for their very survival. And so when you have a plant like fountain grass that's from somewhere else, the native insects, by and large, don't know how to deal with it. And insects are the basis of the food chain. So it really, you're cutting off wildlife at their knees. And in addition, fountain grass in particular, its roots are very shallow, so they don't do a whole lot to protect. When they're on a slope, the whole slope can fail because the fountain grass's roots don't go deep. They just hold the surface. So they're not good for erosion, and they dry out earlier than the shrubs they replace, so they contribute to a longer fire season.
Okay, now if we can do a ride here. Now, can you name some of the plants that you're going to be putting in this area?
Yes, we will be putting in bigberry manzanita, eastwood manzanita, 2 different kinds of ceanothus, hopefully eventually bush poppy, although I've not been having all that great a success at growing it. Woolly blue curls, again, eventually, because I haven't been real good at growing it. There is actually a peony that's native to California. There's a delphinium that's native here, which will have pretty red flowers that the hummingbirds really like in the middle of the summer. There's toyon, there's sugarbush, there's lemonade berry, scrub oak, a lot of buckwheat. The main part of it here is going to be kind of a sea of buckwheat, punctuated by other shrubs that will give different colors, different textures. And looking at the plants that are going to go in here, there will be something blooming just about every day of the year. Different plants bloom at different times, but they basically cover the whole year. So there will be something interesting happening all the time.
So this was really well thought out, wasn't it?
Yes. My motivation was to plant the local native plants, and so I went out in the hillsides and on several trails and looking for what plants look nice in July, realizing that a lot of plants by then have dried up and look ratty. What stuff still looks good that people might be interested in planting in their own yards? And once I started gathering seeds and cuttings and growing them, I then went to Form LA landscape design and said, can you make sense of this palette? Here's all of the things that I'm growing that I'm interested in. Can you make some coherent sense of it in the garden? And they've done a really wonderful job.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And this is in Form LA is tied in with the Theodore Payne Foundation.
Yes.
Right?
Cassie Aoyaji, who's one of the principals of Form LA, she and her husband are the owners and presidents of the company. Cassie is also board president of Theodore Payne Foundation. So they're two separate organizations, but the people connect them.
Right.
And
it's a small world.
Yes. And Cassie is passionate about native plants. She and her team with Form LA have done all of their work pro bono. They've donated their services to designing the garden and to help get it off the ground.
Well, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your time.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your interest.
Yeah.